What's up guys, I'm Miles Somerville here with MCU Exchange, and today we're going to be bringing back the Q&A series. I have a bunch of questions here, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. So Ryan Oswin asks, hi, hey, do you ever think animated movies / specials will ever be done in the MCU? Seems like a good way of creating connections between TV and movies and also filling in the blanks. Yeah, this is something that I've always been curious about as to why Marvel Studios has never dabbled in the animation side of things. You know, DC does it, they pump out a lot of animated movies every year, and they seem to all be relatively successful. I don't know why they haven't done it, but I feel like maybe once the movies stop making as much money, then they'll kind of like, okay, we gotta start making new stuff. I'm not really sure. Hopefully if I can ever ask Kevin Feige one day, I'll let you know. So Ruthless Savage Hatred asks, do you ever think we'll see Atlantis or Namor in the MCU? I think that's a rights issue, I'm pretty sure Universal actually owns the rights to Namor, so I don't think they can completely make a Namor film without working something out with Universal. And as Kevin Feige has kind of said, as well as Mark Ruffalo in the past, apparently Universal is difficult to work with. They want to make money, which is why they have never done a solo Hulk movie since the 2008 one. But yeah, I think he's definitely a cool character, and I feel like if Aquaman does really well, that'll kind of like, push the agenda to get him forward, maybe in phase 4 or phase 5. And like Kevin Feige said a bunch of times, he has like the next 20 movies planned for the MCU, so Namor could very well be on that roster. Sodos DBS52 asks, do you think that Hawkeye and his family are Skrulls, since in San Diego Comic-Con it was revealed that Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s and the villains will be the Skrulls? Yeah, I don't know about that. That seems a little weird to me. Hawkeye's kind of just always done his own thing. He's never really been a trendsetter within the MCU, never making really big moves. He just comes in when he needs to show up basically, and that doesn't seem like something like a Skrull would do. If they're trying to invade from the inside, you're making big moves, and maybe he has been that we just don't know about. But he's Hawkeye. I feel like somebody like Hawkeye wouldn't even be that emotionally impactful to find out he was a Skrull. I mean, that'd be crazy, but I mean, it wouldn't be the same thing as knowing Captain America or Iron Man was a Skrull the whole time. That'd be insane, because they're kind of the leaders. Hawkeye's, he's just Hawkeye. So yeah, to answer your question, no, I highly doubt that, but you never know. Now this is a good one. Philip Wilson asks, when Thanos ripped the mind gem from Vision's head, could Ultron's programming complete and bring back the menacing robot? Maybe he could go on to attack the Phalanx in space. I feel like that'd be a crazy turn of events for Vision's character. I assume you're talking about in phase 4 and beyond, because that obviously is not going to happen in Avengers 4. I feel like that'd be great. Looking back at Age of Ultron, they really didn't do him justice as to how good he was in the comics. I feel like they could give it a much better go, make him truly scary. We haven't gotten a scary Ultron. He was just evil Iron Man essentially. It was kind of cheesy. I didn't really like it that much. So I feel like Ultron deserves a redo. They don't have to bring back James Spader, but I feel like Ultron deserves a redo sometime in the future, and that would be a pretty insane way to do it, although I don't feel like Vision is going to have that type of role going forward. I don't know what Paul Bettany's contract is exactly, but if he's going to have a role in the MCU post Phase 3, I don't think it's going to be something like that. But like I said, that'd be a cool theory, and that'd be really fun to see. Cameron Landry asks, who do you think will be the antagonist of Avengers movies after Thanos? Well, we've got a couple. Once we inevitably get the X-Men and Fantastic Four rights back, we can get Kang the Conqueror, we can get Galactus, and we have Dormammu. I think that's something that a lot of people are sleeping on right now. I don't know if he's exactly as big of a threat as Thanos, but Dormammu is no joke. So I feel like once Thanos is gone, they can slowly start to bring that villain to the forefront, and maybe that can push Doctor Strange forward to the MCU as kind of like a main character. So those were all the questions that Charles gave me from a while back. Now we're going from the recent questions that we got on Twitter. Matteo Pirovano asks, after the Disney-Fox deal, what do you think will change for what will be after Avengers 4? So yeah, they obviously weren't planning to have this Disney-Fox deal when they were writing Avengers 3 and 4, but I feel like given the way they've written it out, they can kind of just throw in, a character here and there, tweak up the scripts or whatever they've gotten for movies post Avengers 4 to kind of just bring in the new characters, because I don't think they're going to necessarily rush it, but I definitely think they want to get the ball rolling on that. Fantastic Four, we desperately need a good Fantastic Four movie, and Marvel Studios definitely has the ability to do that. I don't know what type of movie Fantastic Four characters would cameo in, honestly, but they're definitely going to have, a ensemble film somewhere down the line. And then I'm thinking some sort of spin-off mutants team, maybe not like an X-Men movie with like the main X-Men cast like Cyclops and Wolverine and Storm and Beast, but I'm thinking maybe like a spin-off team with like lesser known characters, kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy type deal. Something like that I feel is something they would do first before they bring back the main OGs. Charles Lee asks, when the Fox deal is finalized, do you think Deadpool will be better suited for the Netflix/Hulu shows, more freedom for language and violence, or the big screen portion of the MCU? I think like Kevin Feige and the CEO of Disney has said, they kind of just want to leave Deadpool alone, not really change anything, just let him keep doing his thing. His movies are very financially successful, and the audience feedback, at least from like the hardcore fans, they love the Deadpool movies. So I honestly don't think they're going to try to throw him in the MCU, at least anytime soon, because watering down Deadpool just makes it not Deadpool anymore, and I don't think it makes sense to throw him on Netflix or Hulu. That'd be kind of weird. So I think they're just going to keep doing what they're doing with Deadpool, and if they need to change, they'll make a change. Rivenal asks, glad to see Q&As are back. Thanks. My questions are all about Avengers 4. Number 1, what kind of role do you think Pepper Potts will play in Avengers 4? We've seen set photos showing her wearing some kind of armor. Honestly, Avengers 4 is like the biggest like mind when just trying to think about it. I don't know how that's going to be implemented. It could just be another Iron Man 3 situation where she has to throw on the suit to protect herself. I don't think she's going to be out there joining the fight against Thanos. That'd be super weird and something Tony Stark as a character would never approve of. But I think it's going to be like an Iron Man 3 situation. There's so many things about Avengers 4 that kind of just confuse me just when looking at the set photos and the ending of Ant-Man and the Wasp. You kind of have an idea of how things are going to go, but like everything in between, it's a total mind. Number 2, do you think it will be a time jump in Avengers 4? Like heroes have moved on, Shuri being the king of Wakanda, Tony being the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Scott going to the future? Just a thought. Okay, so here was my initial theory for how Avengers 4 starts. It starts with Ant-Man being stuck in the quantum realm, literally just like how he was at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then for some way, somehow, he gets sucked into a time portal. Boom, he's like at least 6-7 years into the future. He comes out, runs home, see that his daughter is essentially a teenager. Tony's got gray hair. Shuri's the king of Wakanda, like you said, and basically, they all kind of just got over the whole Thanos snapshot thing. And then, Ant-Man's like, what the hell just happened? And then Tony will be like, okay, so now we know you can time travel. We're going to do this. We're going to go back, and we're going to fix this right now. Number 3, Russos have said Thanos is a villain like Darth Vader. Do you think Thanos will turn into the light side like Anakin did in The Return of the Jedi? I mean, that'd be really tough to see, Thanos change his entire mindset on the situation. Obviously there could have been like a way better way to go about it. Instead of killing off half the population, you could just double the resources. I feel like that would work instead of, killing off half of the universe. But I feel whatever it happened, it would have to be, Gamora doing something, or I guess showing him a better way, something like that. But as far as I'm concerned, I feel like Thanos 100% feels like what he's doing is right, and he can't be swayed. So I think the Avengers are just gonna have to kill him, honestly, because who doesn't want to see an epic final fight? I do. I don't want to see them talking it out like an episode of Naruto or something. The last question comes from Don Van Der Hayden. Did Shuri help on Iron Man's nanotech suit? I think that's a big no. I don't think Iron Man's ever been to Wakanda, and given that, I don't think Shuri had any involvement with making his nanotech suit. And plus, Iron Man likes doing stuff on his own. He's never been a team guy. I mean, besides doing Avengers stuff, he's never been a team guy in terms of like making things. So I definitely think that was all him. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'm happy to be a part of the MCU Exchange team. And if you like these Q&A videos, make sure to leave some comments down in the comment section down below. Hopefully they'll be relevant in a few weeks or so when I do the next one. But yeah, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button because we're definitely trying to be a lot more consistent going forward. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.